Before I begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach at the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And this lesson will be entitled, A Slip of the Tongue. The kingdom of heaven will have streets of gold. All right, slip of the tongue. The kingdom of heaven will have streets of gold. And so this is Tazarat, which these are Sakari, Hebrew Israelites, and I wish I didn't name the title like this, but it says Bible students challenge black Israelites. And we're not black, we're different shades of brown. You're gonna have Israelites that look like the people that they going at it with. They're presumed to be Edomites or whatever. But you're going to have Israelites. We're scattered in every nation, so we're going to look like the other nations. But anyway, I'm going to play a clip around 29. I'm going to start at the 29-minute mark, 29:31 seconds. And just a quick correction, for the sincere believers out there, because the nation of heaven, I said the nation of heaven, the kingdom of heaven, right, is for the Israelites, and the other nations will build up the nation of, I keep saying the nation, the kingdom of heaven, all right, in the land of Israel, all right. So I'm gonna play this clip real quick. I got it queued up on my TV, so let's hear it. Like I said, this is at the 29-minute mark, 29:31. Salvation. But mind you, salvation is a covenantal promise. Matter of fact, let me turn this up a little bit so you can hear it. All right. Something that was promised in. All right, let me go back a little bit. You can get saved. Most people can get saved. Receive salvation. But mind you, salvation is a covenantal promise. That's something that was promised in the Old Testament. And I be saved. You're saved from what? That's my point. Can I go to heaven? I just told you, y'all be in heaven. It's just a status of what y'all be in heaven. That's what I'm saying. Right, and so I'm gonna touch that point, yeah. And so the guy was like, will I be in heaven? And yeah, you're going to be in heaven. All nations will be in heaven, which, if I let the video play, which I will, he's going to say that it's going to be on earth. Right, so the land of Israel is going to get nuked, and we're going to go right back to the land, starting with the elect, with Yahushai, or with Yahushai, and the nation, why keep saying that? The land will be built up. All right, so let me get this, because this will consist of, the kingdom of heaven. So I'm going to start with this Psalm 149. Let's start at 2. It says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. And so that's also stating how the Israelites, right, the children of Israel, being saved out of what? All nations, starting with the elect. It says, exhortation to praise the Most High. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. That's not happening as of right now. Right? Because for one, we're not in our kingdom. You wake up, you go to clock in. Ain't nobody singing aloud upon their beds, praising the Lord. Now, don't get me wrong. You wake up and say your prayers, and but you're not happy. You're not happy here. It says, verse 6, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. We don't have that. We don't have no two-edged sword in our hand. To do what? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Why? For their crimes that they have done first against the nation of Israel. Why? Because we are in rulership at this time. All right, and they won't have no swords. We're gonna prove that too. It says, "And punishments upon the people to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron." Look up fetters of iron, right? And is let me get that real quick. Salakia, let me get that real quick. All right, so right here, fetters of iron, right? And this would be a good example. Of course, they use, ancient, like when you read that, because really, all this technology and all this shit, that's gonna be gone. So we're going back to the ancient ways. So in some form of fashion, yeah, these would be like into the heathen kings, right? And you see that they're in chains, they're in captivity, right? Look at this one, right? And they're like a Jake feet, you know. but yeah, that's plain as day. Captivity, which is the Edomite. Here he is, Edomite in captivity, which that's going to happen. So yeah, you will be in captivity. All right, and it says, verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. And so that's the judgment that's written, that they're going to go into captivity. That's it. And let me see if I can get something real quick. Bear with me real quick. Let me see. Well, I'm not gonna get that. But anyway, let's continue with this video.
The whole ideology that y'all have of heaven, of it being like a mystical place with golden streets and golden castles, that's not heaven, bro. That's not what heaven is. Heaven is on earth. It will be established on earth.
Now, that's why I was saying, he went off. Because the streets will be paved with gold. Now, let me get that. Because he went off. That's in the Bible. And that's where they get that from. They know that. So let me get Revelation 21. All right. Let's start from the top. So Revelation 21. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Really, this is great. To read, to start it from the top. All right, so let's start. Descend out of heaven, of the glory. Let me get the main. I'm gonna get 12. All right, Revelation 21 to 12, and this also cuts that all people will be saved. The Lord's gonna save all nations, but in the kingdom of heaven, you got the 12 gates, which represents the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, showing that the kingdom is only for the Israelites. Anyway, Revelation 21 to 12, and Salaki, I started 11. Damn, you know what? A 10. He carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High. And this descending is, basically when the elect come down. It's going to be the actual people of the Lord. You're going to see the chariots, right? Yahweh. And so the New Jerusalem are so-called blessed Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and the Israelite foreigners at that time, because we're going to have new bodies. The Israelite foreigners, they're going to look just like their heritage, their lineage, not like their heritage, but they're going to look like the people of the Lord, like how they're supposed to. So yeah, we're going to descend out of heaven. And why are we doing that? Also, to take over these other lands, other nations. To conquer them. They're going to go into captivity. And that's in Isaiah 11. It says, and he carried me away in the spirit, Slaki, verse 11, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had in a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east, 3 gates. On the north, 3 gates. On the south, 3 gates. And on the west, 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. All right, and he talked with me, right? He talked with me, Slakia. He talked with me, had a great red, had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. Now I'm gonna get to. Let me keep going down. Oh, it's on down. All right, Con. So it says, verse 19, the foundation of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony. I don't know how to say that word like that. Chalcedony or chalcedony, right? The fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, and you can look up all these stones. The sixth sardinius, Saki. The fifth sardonyx, right? The sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysophorus, right? The 11th adjacent, the 12th an emist, right? And these different stones are for, each tribe had a stone. And let me get that real quick. All right, so here's the stones right here. And the Levites also had the breastplate, And so these are the different stones, right, that would represent the nation of Israel. Let's see, let me go back. Verse 21, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Salaki, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Right? And so this city, right, the kingdom of heaven, the streets are actually going to be gold. Yes. And that's where they got that from. But here you see, 12 gates and 12 pearls. You see all this. You read this whole chapter, and it tells you who the kingdom of heaven is for. It tells you straight up. So, that was, like I said, might have been a slip of the tongue on brother that said that, but you gotta correct yourself. You gotta be pointed out. You just can't sit there, yeah, Khan. No, because you gotta make sure that you're not adding and taking away. So yeah, the actual kingdom of heaven will be likened to a city, an ancient city. The old Jerusalem. You got different photos you can look up and see how our kingdom was to some degree, but it's gonna be way better than that. All right, but these heathen, they're gonna build up our kingdom. Let's get Isaiah 60. As a matter of fact, I said something about the New Jerusalem coming down. Isaiah 11, and here goes some other things that's gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven. All right, so Isaiah 11, and let's start at it's talking about Yahushua. Let's start at verse 6. It says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them, which is going to be our children. Our children is going to lead these animals, right? Because it's our kingdom. It's going to be like a kingdom like no other. It says, the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, right? So the animal's going to be in unison, right? It's no more the animals, lions eating blood, that's not going to be like that no more. It says the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the cockatrice den. So children will be playing with serpents, snakes, all that. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Right? To my Yahushua. Now let's get this. In verse 11, it shall come to pass. Well, I don't really want to read that, Salakia. I'll read verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. So, the northern kingdom, so-called Latinos, Hispanics, they're not going to envy the Negroes, for lack of better terms. They're not going to be like that no more. It says, Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim, but they shall fly upon the shoulders. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together, and they shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. So when you see this, you have to understand that we're going to come and take over these different lands. We're going to take them down, and they're going to serve. And it says who we're going to, and they shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, right? Edom going to get it, Moab, because when you look at us returning back to the east, you go back toward the east, what countries we hitting first? The Philistines or the Africans, the actual Hamites. Those are the Hamites. Those are the actual Philistines, not the Arabs in the land today claiming that they have some type of part in the land. The Philistines are the Hamites. So yes, they're going into captivity. Their army is going to be taken down. They're going into captivity, right? And then it says toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together. And it says, and they shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. So Ammon, which are the Japanese, they're going to get taken down too. But they're going to know that the Israelites then came, and now it's time for the recompense. And all these different lands that the Edomites, so-called whites, are in Europe, right? These other different places, they're going to be put in chains. The ones that's left after the nuclear destruction, right? Because these other nations, they're going to get hit with missiles after the war. The ones that's left of these different heathen nations, they're going to be taken down. All right? Isaiah 60. I'll get the main points. In Isaiah 60 is a beautiful chapter. So Isaiah 60, and I'm going to start at, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. It says, come from afar. And this is the Israelites also being gathered in verse 4. So I'm going to get verse 5. It says, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto the forces. The word forces goes into wealth. So the wealth of the Gentiles, right, are going to belong to us. Why? Because they're going to be taken down. Just like how we were taken down and they took our wealth, vice versa. It's going to happen unto them. Hold on. I'm going to get verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers, is where strangers goes into heathens, the actual heathens, not Israelite foreigners. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. It says, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. And the word minister goes into them bow and prostrate. What's it called? Prostrate? Which goes into bow. They're going to serve us. All right. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. What gates? The gates that it was speaking about in Revelation 21. And Where is it at? 21:13. You know, it says, and that means that it's going to be continual employment, day and night. You're going to be working. We're going to have shifts for your ass like how you had shifts for us. You know, verse 11. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces, the wealth of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So why isn't Israel wasted as of right now? Why aren't these different nations that come up against them perish? Why? Because they're not the people. Verse 14, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel, or the word Zion to Zion, which means the monument of the Holy One of Israel. Because when people see us, like, well, I ain't gonna say, well, I mean, we're a monument. So really, when people in that time, when people see us, they come like, man, these are these people are Yahweh's. Their characteristics, their ways of living, they're just like him. How they look, they're just like him. The Lord's gonna get the praise. We're not. I mean, we are gonna get some praise and all that, but we're gonna give that praise, back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And so yeah, these people gonna know, just like how they know today. Man, the Israelites, y'all, what to say in Lamentations, they wag and clap their hands to roughly paraphrasing, talking about how we look at the Zion, the Holy One of Israel, that nobody wants to, seek after, Salaki. Whew, had to sneeze. And so really, that was it for this lesson. I just wanted to correct bro with that. Because, we all slip up. We have slip ups, and you might say the wrong thing, not knowingly or knowingly. It happens. And so really, it's just, confirming that we will have streets of gold. And it's going to be like into a mystic place. It's going to be majestic. So anyway, Shalom.